What's up? What's going on, YouTube? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we have some Kang gameplay. I thought it was appropriate to do the LOL fight against Jane Foster since we have the upcoming anticipated movie, or highly anticipated movie, I should say, for some, with Jane Foster in it, Gore the God Butcher, and all that wonderful stuff. So I'm going to explain a few things as the fight goes on. This is the Labyrinth of Legend fight. She has 3.3 million health. They have something called a idiomatic ability, I believe, and basically you can't hit into her shot or her block, because if you do, then you get shocked. So it's kind of a tricky fight. I used the War Machine pre-fights, one being if I get a debuff on me, it gets purified. So it's called the Cleanse Charge. I have two of those. And then also I use the Wax pre-fight so I can passively parry stun. So that way I don't run up that limber timer, because then the fight really would be super challenging. And yeah, didn't want to deal with that too much. So couple things. I have the APOC synergy, which is the synergy that I use with Kang. That's what makes him pretty good in my opinion. He can get up to 20 Furies in a minute and 20 seconds. It takes 4 seconds to gain a Fury, and they stay for the duration of the fight. He also has his normal armor buff, so that kind of helps out a little bit. Since my Kang is awakened, the more power he has stored, the less energy damage he takes. So if you see me get shocked or something like that, you'll notice the numbers will be different depending upon the level of my power that is stored. So the strategy for this fight was basically to throw special twos, get her to dump all of her power by a special one and bait that, or just get rid of all her power, and then I'll get in the try to get her in the corner, and I'll just heavy, and you see those heavies are doing like 30+ K damage. So Kang hits really hard when he's ramped up, especially on his heavy attacks. When they crit, he's gonna do like right there 33,000, no problem, and he does that frequently, by the way. Those are 15K medium. So I mean, he hits really hard. He can do these long fights and actually get them down. So you can get the solos. There was a 50K on the second part of the special 2. The special 2 is kind of tricky. I've heard some people ask me before. Oh, and there we used up one of our cleanse charges because we did hit her into the block. I think we do that one more time, but we were pretty disciplined not to do that. But I've heard some people ask me about the special 2 because I tell them it could be unblockable. It absolutely can be, but it has to be from a distance. So you pretty well have to be close to the edge of the screen to throw it for the second part to connect to be unblockable. So I wanted to clarify that, because if you throw it too close and they're blocking, they're just going to block it. It's kind of weird how that works, but it works. I've demonstrated it, I've displayed it several times in several videos. If you haven't seen those videos, please go on the channel and check those out. There's war videos, there's community challenge videos. Yeah, just a whole lot of Kang gameplay. I really am a big fan of the champion. I can't wait to get him to Sig 200. He's getting really close. So anyway, other than that, I mean, it's not much to this fight. You have to keep up this pace and this rhythm. These fights are on a timer. That little skull there on a gray icon, and this is for those who don't know or who have not taken this fight. I don't know which path this is, unfortunately, but this is one of the, I think, shorter paths, but all the challenges you face have more health. So we're going to do videos like this with Kang for a little bit, and you guys can let me know on your feedback if you like these type of videos a little bit more or not, because doing the ultimate video, first of all, I don't have the time to get all the editing in the way I want to. And the last Ultimate video, it did okay, but it didn't do as well as I had hoped. So I think this method will be a little bit better going forward. That way I can consistently pump out content for you guys. We can learn together, we can have some fun together, and that way I'm not super stressed out trying to present you guys something all the time that's too strenuous for what I have with my current schedule. But that being said, yeah, so we're doing all, I mean, that's 33K heavies after a 15K medium. I mean, dude is insane. Absolutely bonkers, in my opinion. But yeah, the way that I would suggest you play this fight is the way that I am, and this is specifically with Kang, guys. They did have a deal for Kang, and I know some of you guys showed me that you picked him up. And if you have not done this challenge, he can definitely do these challenges for you. He's really, really good for these type of challenges. You just need to know who to bring along. So yeah, just make sure you're not hitting into her block. That's the biggest downfall you'll have. Other than that, take your time because you're going to do plenty of damage. We just entered the second timer. There's 2 timer phases. The second timer, they actually take more damage, so that's a plus for you. And yeah, she's already down to 20%, guys. So we really have to mess this fight up in order to not solo at this point. So, and remember, that was 3.3 million health. So she has a ton of health, but we're absolutely crushing it. There we just got unlucky with none of our heavies crit, but it was still 12K heavies, so it's alright. By comparison, it's not that great, right? But it's still alright. There, she evaded us because of the Labyrinth evade chance, and then she comboed us. There she evaded us again, and she could have punished, but she didn't. And we're just kind of wrapping things up. At this point, I'm just kind of holding my block a little bit, letting her tap into it. Kang's block proficiency is excellent. It is on par with Guardian and Doctor Doom. There, it comes down to the wire because, again, she evades and she combos us, and I'm like, oh, crap. Am I going to have to do all this over again? I wouldn't show you if I did. I can tell you that. So we do get the solo. There I throw a special 2 to get some adrenaline. But we had this fight under control, but that is something you guys got to be mindful of. That Labyrinth evade, and they do hit really, really hard, guys. So keep that in mind. But we're still on pace to drop her. And we will. We will absolutely drop her. There we got tagged, but notice the shock damage is not doing that much. It's actually doing a little bit. It could be doing a lot more had we not had that resistance. So there's the solo, guys. Let me know what you think. But until the next one, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.